Okay, so imagine this for a moment. Everything you see, everything you touch, every memory you have might not be real, not in the way you think. And the unsettling part isn't the idea itself, it's where it comes from. Because this isn't just philosophy anymore. It's physics, it's mathematics, it's technology. People who study reality for a living starting to question reality itself. Number 10, the simulation trilemma. In 2003, Nick Bostrom proposed something disturbing. Not a theory, not a belief, a logical structure, a trilemma. He argued that only three possibilities exist. First, civilizations like ours always go extinct before they develop the technology to simulate reality. War, collapse, limits we can't overcome. Second, they reach that level, but choose not to use it. They don't simulate worlds. They don't create conscious beings. And third, they do. They create simulations. Not one, not a few, millions. And here's where it becomes uncomfortable. If simulated minds vastly outnumber real ones, then statistically, it's far more likely that you are one of them. Not because someone believes it, but because probability demands it. And there's no easy way out of that logic. Number 9, the Mandela effect. Millions of people remember things that never happened. Not vaguely, not approximately, exactly. A shared memory that doesn't match reality. For example, many people clearly remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, but he didn't. He died in 2013. Others remember logos that never existed, movie lines that were never said, entire scenes that were never filmed. Science explains this as memory distortion, and that's true. Memory is not a recording, it's a reconstruction. But something doesn't quite fit. Why do thousands, sometimes millions of people across different countries remember the same incorrect detail in the same way? Not similar, identical, as if at some point reality itself was slightly different, and then something changed. Number 8, the speed of technological progress. 50 years ago, video games were dots on a screen. Simple, abstract, primitive. Today, we create entire worlds with physics, with ecosystems, with artificial intelligence, characters that react, environments that evolve. And this is just the beginning. Virtual reality is improving every year. Artificial intelligence is accelerating faster than expected. So the question becomes unavoidable. If we, in such a short time, are already building simulated realities, what could a civilization 1,000 years ahead of us create? 10,000? A million? Simulating a universe wouldn't be impossible. It would be expected. And if it's expected, then someone, somewhere, has probably already done it. Number 7, the resolution of reality. In physics, there's a limit, a smallest possible scale, Planck length. No matter how much you try to divide space, you can't go beyond it. Time has a limit too, a smallest unit, which leads to a strange implication that reality isn't continuous. It's discrete, like pixels, like a digital image, built from indivisible units. This doesn't prove we're in a simulation, but it suggests something unsettling, that the universe has a resolution, a structure, a limit to how finely it can be rendered. Number 6, the observer effect. One of the most disturbing experiments in physics, the double-slit experiment. Particles behave like waves, spreading out, existing in multiple states at once, until you observe them. The moment you measure them, they choose a position. They become particles. This has been repeated countless times, and the result never changes. Observation affects reality. It shouldn't, but it does, which leads to a dangerous idea that reality is not fully defined until it's observed, as if the universe only renders what is being looked at, like a game engine saving processing power, only generating detail when a player turns the camera. Number 5. The holographic universe. Some physicists believe something even stranger, that all the information in our universe could be encoded on a two-dimensional surface, a boundary, like a cosmic hard drive. This idea is known as the holographic principle. It emerged from studying black holes and how they store information. If it's true, then the three-dimensional world you experience might not be fundamental. It could be a projection, an emergent illusion. Depth might not really exist, only the appearance of it. Number 4. The fine-tuning problem. The constants of the universe are perfectly balanced. Gravity, electromagnetism, the fundamental forces. If you change any of them, even slightly, everything collapses. No atoms, no stars, no life. The probability of this happening by chance is astronomically low, so low that it raises a question scientists struggle to ignore. Is it coincidence, or was it configured this way? Because a finely tuned system looks less like randomness and more like design. Number 3. Reality is mathematics. Some scientists propose something radical. Reality isn't described by mathematics. It is mathematics. Every particle, every force, every interaction is part of a mathematical structure. This idea explains something strange: why equations predict reality so perfectly. Because they're not approximations, they're the code. And if reality is mathematical, then it can be simulated, because mathematics can be computed, executed, run, like a program. Number 2. The speed limit of the universe. Nothing can travel faster than light, ever. The speed of light. But why that number? Why that limit? Here's where it gets interesting. When you combine the smallest units of space and time, you arrive at that speed, as if it's built into the system, a maximum rate, a limit to how fast information can move, or how fast reality can update, like a frame rate, a processing cap, a boundary you can't exceed. Number 1. The final trap. And this is where everything becomes truly unsettling, because even if all of this is true, we may not be able to prove it. If we are inside a simulation, then every experiment, every observation, every measurement happens inside it. Any test we design would still be part of the system, controlled by the same rules, the same limits. There's no outside reference, no way to step beyond the screen. It's a hypothesis that cannot be falsified, and that makes it different from almost anything else in science. So after all of this, the question isn't just whether it's possible. The question is, will we ever know? Because if this is a simulation, then everything you experience is still real to you. Your thoughts, your memories, your existence. But it wouldn't be base reality. And maybe that distinction changes everything. Or maybe it changes nothing. And remember, the universe doesn't reveal its secrets to those who rush. It reveals them to those who know how to look. Subscribe and keep listening to the silence.